Hi folks, time to plant some potatoes in the containers now. I'll just show you how I do it and what we do with the soil and all that sort of stuff, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So basically I'm just going to plant 3 today because I've not brought a lot of compost up, or maybe 2 pots. So what I'm using today, I've got my 30 litre pots as usual, plenty of drainage holes in, and I've also drilled some holes in the bottom for more drainage and also for the roots to grow through and then into the soil below. So not only do they get the nourishment from the compost you plant them in, but they also, once the roots reach the bottom, will grow out into the soil below and get more nourishment and more water. So that's why we do them in the soil. It's not particularly beneficial for first earlies and new potatoes because they'll be harvested quite young and quite small. But it's a lot more beneficial for the main crop ones because you want them to get as much nutrients as possible and to grow on as long as they can. So that's why we do it. So that's the pots, 30 litre pots I use. So I'm planting some second earlies. These are Nicola. And what I do with these, I plant 3 in a pot, so one seed potato for every 10 litres of compost. So we'll just show you what we do, just bog standard compost. Just going to fill this up halfway-ish. This is some new compost. It's got wood pulp fibres in it. It's really fluffy, so we'll see how that gets on. I don't like to use the stuff with green wasting because you're at the mercy of weed killer with that sometimes. So, you know, if somebody's put weed killer on the lawn, mowed the lawn, and then put it in the green bin and it all goes into the compost, you can end up with severe problems with that. So anyway, about half full. I'm just going to add some blood fish and bone as usual. Just going to, maybe a small handful, maybe a couple of ounces. And then I've got some of this organic potato fertilizer which I want to get rid of, which is slightly higher in potash, which will benefit the potatoes. So again, just a small handful of that. I'm just going to give that a good mix up. And then with the seed potatoes, like I said, these are Nicola. I'm just going to plant them about a couple of inches from the bottom, spaced out. Excuse me. If you can see that, probably not. And then simply just fill the pot right to the top again. We'll add a little bit more fertiliser to the top bit. So I'm putting 3 in a 30 litre pot for second earlies. For main crop I would use just 2, because you want them to get as big as possible. So because the more potatoes you put in a pot, obviously the smaller the potato will be, but you'll get more of them. So you don't really want that for main crop. You want them as big as you can. So for me it's 2 for main crop. So again, another little handful of that. The same with this stuff. Mix it up a bit. I like to leave about an inch or so space at the top of the pot, just in case when the leaves do start to come through and we've got some frost, I can just add a little bit more to top it up, to cover them over, to protect them from the frost. And when they do grow through, I can just top it up to the top anyway, whether we've got frost or not. So again, all we do with those is we put that in the row. As you can see, what I've done is, in fact I've done it wrong, I've taken out a trench about 4 inches deep all the way around. And what I'll do with that, I'll add another bit of fertiliser into the bottom of this and a bit round the sides where I fill up around the edges of the pot. So when they do get growing through the bottom of the pots, they've got some more added fertiliser and nutrients to grow in. So I'll just do another one, see if I can get another pot full out of this. Probably not, but you get the idea. So again, handful of that, little dash of that, no messing about, give it a good mix up. I'm growing a lot of pots at home full of earlies because I've got more water there, and like I said, it doesn't really benefit them that much growing them in the soil. So I'm lacking in water at the minute because my polytunnel's not got a roof on, so I can't collect any water off that. Not that it's rained for ages, but it's that's the way it is. So I'll just do that, I'll just show you. It's not quite filled, I'll fill that up afterwards. So then what I'm going to do, just plonk them on the soil. And then with my rake, if I can find it, it's over here somewhere. No, it's not, it's over here. So all I'm going to do now is just rake this soil back up around the bottom of the pot so it covers the drainage holes. So then when the roots do grow through the bottom of the pot, they're just going to be going straight into the soil. And like I said, we'll get the added benefit of getting the nutrients from the soil as well as from the pots. So that's how I grow my potatoes in pots. Obviously I'll be doing the rest later when I get some more compost brought up. But as of now, that's it. And then all I'll do, like I said, if there is any frost coming before they've once they start to come, I can just cover that up with a little bit more compost or cover it in fleece or something. And then really it's just a matter of waiting for the flowers to come out, which is a sign that you've got some potatoes ready, and then just have a little root about just to see if you've got some and pull them up. So that's about it, folks. That's how I plant my potatoes in pots. See you later. Anyway, just before I go, folks, I'll just show you, I've just been having a really good tidy up here, having a right good clear up, put some fresh pea sticks in, well not pea sticks, pea fence posts. Pond's coming too now. Put myself a brand spanking new fence in all the way along. It cost me an absolute fortune in wood, but I was sick of looking at the mess it was before. Even got some astroturf, look. So anyway, I'm tidying this bit up as well. I'm going to make myself a bench and put it in there, so I've got like a secluded little place to sit in amongst the trees. But I'm quite pleased with the way the old fence went up. It's all strong stuff, 6x1 treated stuff, so it should last forever, that. Like I said, I was absolutely sick to death of looking at all the tatty old stuff. There it is all over there, all bent up, ready for the scrap man. So yeah, we're doing some videos about my pond and planting it up, and when that gets going. But other than that, we're up and running. See you later.